like love, 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 and music. La la la, love, 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 and music.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for a new show. This is episode 2 of season 1 of The Chi, which comes on Showtime. I'm loving this show. I told y'all when I reviewed episode 1 a couple weeks ago that I really, really loved it. I hope you guys are tuning in, or at least tuning in to my reviews. So yeah, great show. It was produced by Common. And it's just a good, it's a good new show. I am a lover of new shows because it's cold outside, and who wants to spend their time going to the movies spending $1,000 on a goddamn movie ticket? Just watch some good TV. Well, no, go see some everything. Go see Proud Mary. Go see, Black Panther. Go see the good movies. But sometimes you want to stay at home, cuddle up, and watch a good show. So, hope everyone had a great weekend. I am off tomorrow because it's MLK Day. So let's get started on this particular review. So we see the episode picks off and we see Emmett. He's at a party. He's with Keisha and his little friends. They're dancing. But something is catching Emmett's eye. And I'm like, what is Emmett looking at? Emmett looking at another girl who was dancing, seeing him dance with this girl, but she's still trying to entice him and bring him into her web. So I'm like, girl, you don't see that man with a hold on the girl? But some of these little scallywags and hood rats don't even care. And so he keep looking at her, and Keisha like, what the fuck you keep looking at? So she keep looking at him, looking back, and like, what are you looking at? She finally realized, oh, that's what you want, that's what you do, that's who keeps your attention from me. And he like, no, it ain't nothing like that. Keisha then goes to confront old girl, like, bitch, what you looking at? That's my man. What is you doing? Brrr, or whatever. And she's like, girl, whatever. I ain't thinking about you. And I'm like, but you was all up in that girl's man, like, face and stuff, and just looking at him and eyeing him and enticing him and shaking your little tail feather his way. So Keisha threw him off, Emma go behind her or whatever. They go in a little room, and, he all kissing on her little navel and stuff, and kissing on her. Like, I'm sorry, my bad, I'm here for you, blah, blah, blah. So, they kissing and hugging and little stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, a damn baby cried. I'm looking like, where the hell the baby come from? Emmett then brought the baby. He brought his son to the party and had him in this back room in a goddamn carriage. Not if it's cage, Lord Jesus, in a playpen. I'm like, first of all, I know this ain't his house. So you brought your baby to this person's house and you put them in somebody else's baby carriage? What is wrong with you, Emmett? And the girl like, what the fuck? You are such a piece of shit. Because again, you brought me to this party and you brought your son with you. Bruh, you can't do that. You don't bring kids to parties. You're not supposed to do that. So Keisha stormed off. Emmett grabbed the baby. He running after her. I'm looking like, don't nobody notice this man in this party with his baby? Like, how early did he get there to be able to put the baby in the back room and no one notices it? Like, he had to came like real, like at the beginning, like really, really, really early. So that part was crazy. And then, when he's like, don't call me no more, don't talk to me no more, I don't want to hear nothing from you. He then looked at the girl who was flirting with him like, hey, what's up? Holding his baby. She was like, you is so trifling. Yes, that is very, very trifling. So, that part to me was just hilariously funny. The next thing we see is Brandon. Brandon is still dealing with, the death of his brother, Koji. And he's at work. So his coworker like, dude, you want to go hang out and go to this party? You want to release some stress or whatever? He like, nah, man, got some things to do. And I got a lot of things going on, My mom want me to come to the house to help her go through my brother's stuff. It's just so much going on. She keep blaming me for him being killed. It's just a lot. And he like, nah, man, but what else going on? I would have been like, nigga, I just told you some things. Why you, what? What's going on? And so he like, well, also, I think I know who killed my brother. And this is my thing. There are different things that you can show your coworkers. Knowing who killed your brother isn't one of them. I mean, how well do you know Luis? How well do you trust him? I don't trust my I don't trust my nan coworker enough to tell them I know who committed a crime against my family, because they probably know, well, if something happened to that person, Jay Lee knew, and then I'm going to prison even if I had nothing to do with it. So no thank you, no ma'am, no sir, no thank you. And he like, what killed him? What we gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You gonna kill him? Need a gun? And I'm like, I'm like, well, them a lot of questions. So, Brandon says, I don't know what I want to do. No, I don't have a gun. I don't want to kill anybody. And Lou's just like, well, you're going to need a gun, to handle this. He's like, but whatever you do, just know I got your back. I feel two ways about that. I feel like one, my computer's not being second stupid. I feel like one, do you want to trust a coworker who is basically asking you to go kill somebody? Like, I don't want someone who wants to make sure I kill someone. You know what I'm saying? I want someone to be like, you know who killed them? Okay, you know what, bro? Let's go to the police. Let's do that. Because my thing is, to entice me to go kill somebody, either gonna get me killed or get me sent to jail. And I just don't want to go to jail. I don't think jail is fun. I don't want to go. But, it is what it is. And from there, we see Ronnie and Ronnie's mom. I can't think of what her name is right now. Ronnie and Jason's mom, the first kid who was killed. And they're looking at like a mural of the boy Jason, and they're saying how they both miss him. And she's like, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm like, oh, so y'all back together? Okay, it is what it is. Back at the house, she's going through his stuff, and she's saying how she couldn't find his cell phone, how the police said his cell phone was not in his belongings. And she's going through his wallet. It was like a picture of her and him in the wallet. And she gives it to Ron, like, I want to give you this. And she places it in his hand. And then all of a sudden, they start having butt-naked sex on the couch. They taking their clothes off. I'm like, Ronnie, Jason's mama, what's going on here? Like, y'all gonna have butt-naked sex? It reminded me of the scene in Monster Ball when Halle Berry slept with Billy Bob Orton. This make me feel good. That's what I felt like it was. I felt like Jason's mom is still distraught that he's dead, and she wanted some kind of release, and Ronnie happened to be there, and she like, let me sleep with him because I like him right now. It was what it was. And then the next morning, after they had this butt naked couch sex, he in the kitchen like making her some breakfast. Was he making breakfast or making coffee? Making her something. And then she's like, well, I gotta go to work. And he like, yeah, last night was fun. And she's like, yeah. And he went to kiss, and I think she like gave him his cheek. Gave him her cheek. And then she's like, you know what? You should go to the market, get some food, like some steaks or some lobster. She said some real expensive shit. And I'm like, I think he's a bum. Like, can he afford that kind of stuff? Like, you do know, I don't think this man works. So, and you need money to buy groceries, unless you thought he had a bridge card or food stamps, and he can just get some, who knows. Anywho, she's like, yeah, so go to the grocery store, get some food, bring it back here. I'll cook, get some wine, and we'll have dinner. And I'm like, so y'all just call me back together? But I'm like, it wasn't too much back together, because when she left, she's like, okay, come on, we gotta go. I gotta go. When you dating somebody, sometimes you don't care if you leave and they stay in the house. Because I'm like, if she gives him a key to the house and be like, here's the key to let yourself in, or if she would just like left him there, I'd be like, girl, you move too fast. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it. I met a guy once, and we was hanging out and stuff or whatever. And then he actually thought that when I left my house, he would be here. No, when I go, brother, you go, okay? I don't know you like that. Like, I don't know you enough to leave you in my house by yourself. Like, we cool, and I know you and stuff, but you could still be a full-fledged robber. No, brother, when I leave, you leave, because you don't pay no rent here. Let's go. Come on, let's go. So, yeah, that, he was like, it's funny or whatever. The next thing that we see how Brandon is, he left work. He's at the scene where his brother was killed, and he's kind of just there because he's still dealing with the death of his brother. He then goes home, and Jericho like, where you been? You was on your way home hours ago. And he's like, oh, I was hanging out with Louise, lying. And then she's like, oh, well, I watched, flip a flop, and I wore this for you. And it was them sending a nice little piece of lingerie or whatever. And he kind of was like, oh. And like, he didn't have a good reaction. And I feel like when your girl told you that she wore some lingerie, yes, lingerie, lingerie, it's all the same thing. Lingerie from Shanae. No, was that from Shanae? Whoever. And she's like, well, all right, you ain't paying attention. I'm going to bed. Don't wake me up in the middle of the night because I got to go to work in the morning. He like, no, 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 okay, I'm sorry. And he was like, I was really at the murder scene. And then she turns around and, she's like, I'm so sorry. And she comforts him in a way that only woman can because, he has his head in her lap and she's just kissing his forehead, just saying, I'm sorry. Sometimes your man, when he dealing with the death of a person, he don't even need you to talk to him or he don't need you to, like, want to dissect his feelings. Sometimes he just wants to say, hey, I was at where so-and-so was killed at. And you just hold him and kiss on them and just say, I'm sorry, I love you, baby. And you represent, that's what you do, okay? You be that comfort, you be that pillow, that comfort to that man. And in that moment, that's what she was. So there we see Kevin and his friends. Kevin is like in middle school, and I'm gonna say like in the 8th grade, okay, 6th, 7th, 8th, or whatever. Them kids got some foul ass mouths. I mean, they walking up talking, they basically talking about the shooting and everything. And Kevin like, look, we're not asking nobody no questions. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the killer saw me. So if he come after anybody, he gonna come after me because I saw him. He likes us, let's stop talking about it. From there, we see Andrea, she reminds them that, we got to practice a play. You got to be there, whatever. And I'm like, it's a reason she keep popping up here and there. I don't know what her story's going to be or how she's going to affect Kevin, but we know it's coming in some kind of way. And he like, all right, fam, yeah, I'm going to be there. And like, man, we're supposed to be playing like whatever game, Xbox, PlayStation, I don't know games and whatever. And then he like, nah, man, I gotta go to the to practice or whatever. And Papa, because Papa's one friend, I can't think what the other kid's name is. They like, hopefully he hitting that. I'm like, hitting that? What do y'all children know about hitting that? At that age, we wouldn't know nobody hitting that. And then he like, well, I hope it, she at least let them see her titties. These are some fire. Is this what kids do? I can't, because my nephew was 11, and I just cannot imagine him and his friends talking like that. I'm like, and we didn't talk like that? Well, we was females. Yeah, I don't know. The guy, you know what? Guys were looking at my breasts in middle school. They were trying to get it, and I was like, I'm a virgin, leave me be, go ahead on somewhere. So, okay. But still, I'm looking like, they got some foul-ass mouth in them kids. So, yeah, it is what it is. Next thing we see Brandon going to his mom's house to try to help her go through Koji's stuff, and she ain't at home. So he found out she's at the bar down the street, so he goes to the bar down the street, and she's in there drinking or whatever, and she's with her little boyfriend who lives with her. And, it was funny because, when, I guess he's never met the boyfriend, because when he walked in and she's like, I don't feel like doing this, that, I can't go through his stuff today or whatever. The dude was like, oh, so this your smart son? And she was like, yeah, sometime. And he like, oh, what's the 4-letter word for whatever? He like, nigga, I know you ain't talking to me. He like, what you say, man? He like, ain't you the same nigga who live with her, but you couldn't come to the funeral? I told her I don't do funerals, they depressing. Well, bitch, it's a funeral. My thing is, if you live with this woman, y'all are a couple, you bring your ass to her son's funeral. How do you not go to the person who you have a relationship with and y'all live together, son's funeral? He's a piece of shit. So, mom is saying, like, I don't feel like going through this. I don't need y'all to argue and leave it alone. Leave your egos out of this. She gives Brandon the key, say, here, take the key, go to the house, do whatever. You go home, do whatever at the house. You, boyfriend, buy me a drink. I don't hear that bullshit. And then, it's squash or whatever. But, Brandon do tell him, you better sit your old ass down somewhere. And I'm looking like, let him know, Brandon. Okay. I like Brandon. I think he's cool. So we also see that there are two different cops on the case. You have one cop that's on the case of Jason, who was killed at the spot, and you have the other cop, Detective Cruz, who was the one who arrested Coogee and who interrogated him and whatever, and also talked to Brandon. So you have them two, and they're like, they don't like each other for some reason, but they're both working the case because their boss is like, Coogee was arrested or brought in based on the murder of Jason, and then the following day he's murdered. So the cases are connected in some kind of way. And he like, so she says y'all need to work this case together. So they polar opposites. They don't like each other. The one who's into Jason's case to me seems like an asshole, whereas Cruz seems like he really cares that he's been really affected by Koji being killed. So that's about it. We then see Emmett. Um, we see Emmett's mom, Jada, is actually the home nurse for Ronnie's grandmother. And it's cool how we see this series, how it's like everyone is connected in these little ways. And I said it in my last review, this series is really about how one event connects a series of people in so many different ways. So seeing that Emmett, who has the shoes of Jason, who was killed, and he bought the shoes from Koji, who was then killed, is the nurse of Ronnie, who killed Koji for thinking Koji killed his son. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn connections. So, she's saying, like, she's tripping out. She's not taking her meds. She's not doing this. She's not doing that. She accusing me of stealing. She won't. She also threw her dirty diapers at me. I'm looking like, now see, but they throw the dirty diaper at me, I have to quit. You can't be throwing no dirty diapers at me. It ain't gonna work. Because if it get on me, it's like a piece of fluid just like hits like my mouth. Oh my God, I would die. Point blank, period. So she's like, if she doesn't improve and she doesn't start working with me, I'm gonna have to suggest that she moves to a home, because I can't keep coming here and her acting like this. So he getting sad or whatever, talking to Grammy, and Grammy like, my nephew calls my mom Grammy, so I guess I keep saying Grammy. Grammy like, she's stealing from him. I had some AA batteries. She took my AA batteries, and I had a stove for lasagna. And one moment it was on the counter, the next minute it was gone. She's stealing. And then he went into the kitchen and opened the microwave, and the goddamn lasagna was in the microwave. He like, she not stealing. It's not that. He like, that's all right. You can be on that bitch if you want to, because you want to sleep with her. You're like, I don't want to sleep with her. She is a quintessential old woman who ain't for no shit. And she's a little bit, a little bit crazy. And a little bit can't figure shit out or whatever. But he picking up the diapers that she didn't do. I'm looking like, Lord Jesus Christ. So, she's like, I'm going to do what the fuck I want. I'm going to say what I want. I ain't going to no home. And he like, look, if you don't want to go to home, you have to work with Jada. Or else they're going to make you go to a home. So just work with her. She's here to help you. She's like, all right. So she then sits down. He then in the back room. And she's like, what you doing back there? He like, I'm getting my night shirts. She like, for what? What you need them night shirts for? He like, well, I'm going to dinner with Tracy. Man, look. Grandma said that bitch must have diamonds in her pussy, because every time I turn around, you trying to get some. I'm looking like diamonds in her pussy. Grandma, did you? And I was like, Grandma. Dog, I busted out laughing. It was fucking hilarious. And he was like, she then said, like, she using you. He's like, she not using me, she needs me. And she's like, whatever, when you go over, you can't go over there empty handed. He's like, I know I won't. And then, it was cute, little scene or whatever. She's like, all right, whatever. She's like, go get a job. And then after she said that, she was like, Grandma, I love you, baby. I was like, Grandma. But that's what grandmas do. That's what grandmas do that, old aunties, you know what I'm saying? All that kind of stuff. Just the old school stuff. But she like, look, I wanted to be at my house, watch my judge shows, do what the fuck I want, and that's it. And he like, well, just to do that, just be nice to Jada. But it was really cute seeing them argue or whatever. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So we then see Emmett, he back at home or whatever. And Emmett is assuming his mama gonna watch his son. So he's like, all right, Mom, gotta go see y'all. She like, where you going? He like, I gotta go to work. And she was like, I told you I'm not watching my baby, here's your son. And he's like, but I gotta go to work. You can't just watch him. And she was like, no, I told you I'm done with watching children. He was like, well, what am I supposed to do? She was like, pull out next time. And then she leaves. I'm looking like, okay, Mama. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. So we then see that he goes to work. Now he works, it look like it's like a restaurant or whatever, like a little, fast food place. And I'm like, he brought the baby to work. I'm like, where was the baby gonna stay? And his boss like, this ain't no damn daycare. And he's like, well, I thought I could put him like in your office or something. He was like, no, he like, look, take the day off, handle your business like a man, and just do it, but he can't stay here. So then as he's trying to leave, we then see a guy in the back who looks familiar. And I can't place my thought process of where he's from. I know where he's from, but I can't think of it. It's gonna come to me right in the next episode. So, damn it, what is he from? I'm gonna think about it. But we see that it's his boss's brother. His boss's name is Sonny. He worked at Sonny's barbecue, and then Sonny's brother Q is like, hey man, come here real quick. And then saying like, no, go ahead on. Emmett like, what? What am I supposed to do? So he go talk to Q. Q like, you know what I'm saying, that's your son? He like, yeah, I gotta get a sitter, you know, I gotta just do some things. Q then puts out a stack of money, puts $100 on the bill, on $100 bill on the table, and say, here, take that, and then, you know, take the day and go find your babysitter, but don't fuck over the money. Then we have the problem. And he looking at Sonny, and Sonny saying he don't need that. Leave him alone, Q. He like, man, it's okay. I'm trying to help him. He like, go ahead, young blood, take the money. Anytime someone offers you money and they start talking like an old school pimp or something like that, just don't take the money. Just don't. But Emmett took the money, and you can tell in Sonny's face, he like, I don't know why the fuck he did that. And he like, you know, go ahead, you know, get the sitter or whatever, and leave it at that. So Sonny then said like, man, you should not take that money, but it's too late now. Go ahead over to so and so and so and so. You know, they have a daycare, see if they have room, but you know, you should not have took that money. He like, but ain't that your brother? He like, yeah, but still, I'm telling you what it is, but it's too late now. So he goes over to find a sitter, and the sitter like, you know, I don't have any space, you know, where the mom at? And he like, I don't know, I can't find her. He like, but you know, I just need to get a sitter so I don't lose my job. And she like, look, I'm full, you know, I have a house full of kids, but with daddy just like you, and you know, I don't have space. I can put you on my wait list, but my wait list is 2 months. I'm like, God damn, 2 months. Girl. And she like, you know, that's the best I can do. So he leave. He leave. And then he goes to a park. Now at the park, he's sitting there kind of flipping out like, I can't believe this shit. I'm losing my job. I can't be free. He sees somebody ride down the street in this nice ass car, something enjoying life. He like, you know, so he's mad. He like, you, the baby crying. Baby still, it's a cry baby ass baby. The baby still crying. He like, I want to cry too. You know what I'm saying? And he was just like, fuck this shit. And he then jumps the fence and leaves the baby at the park. I'm like, bruh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And he's like across the street walking away. He stops. He was like, fuck, 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 fuck. This is something. So he's, of course, in his head spinning, spinning, spinning. He can hear the baby crying. He keep looking back. He keep, like, he just going back and forth. And then he realized, I can't just abandon my baby. So he runs back across the street, jumps the fence, grabs the kid. I got you. I got you. I'm sorry. He kissed the baby. You know, I'm so sorry. I love you. I'll never leave you again. I'm like, I guess it took him, I don't know. I guess it took him realizing all the kid had was him. And you can't leave a child there by themselves. You just can't do that. So to me, you know, that was crazy. Kevin, his friends, and this new character, who I'm gonna call Baby D. You know, we see a scene where they at that school, Kevin and Papa walk through the halls, and a girl who's supposedly Andrea's cousin walks up and like, don't be talking about my cousin, you know what I'm saying? We Jehovah's Witnesses that she can't be nobody's hoe, so y'all can't be talking about her. And I'm like, why is she acting like baby? Because she's a little plus size little girl. Reminds me of myself. I wasn't that mean though, and that forceful. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. But she's like, you know, she's this mean and rude little girl or whatever. And like, she's really like Baby D from Friday. And so we see that whole scene. So late, was that all? Yeah, so that little scene was cute or whatever. What else did we see? Ronnie don't have any money for groceries. Why? Because Ronnie's a bum, okay? And he's with his little friends or whatever, the same two guys, and they like, so y'all back together? And he like, I don't know, you know, she want me to get some food to cook for so she can cook. He's like, but you know, I ain't got no money. And the friend said, she do know you a bum, right? I'm like, is he a bum in real life? Like, you out here bumming it? And so he like, man, whatever. So then he like, man, how y'all get back together anyway? And then the other friend said, because he took care of that stuff. And he stopped, he like, what you mean? Knowing what he meant was, because he know he killed that boy. And then he like, what? What you mean? What you mean? And he like, look, man, you know, we heard some things or whatever, but you good, you know what I'm saying? You found it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Don't even worry about it. Just chill out. He like, you right. Because ain't nothing to know. Ain't nothing happen. He like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So then one friend say, hey, you know, don't you got a gun? He like, nah, man, I ain't got no piece. He like, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? You need money for groceries, you know what I'm saying? Meldrick be buying guns. So, you know what I'm saying? Well, he like, look, I told you I ain't got no gun. You don't? Okay, we're gonna see about that. What else did we see? it was like little stuff. We see how, Detective Cruz is like going around seeing little stuff. He was looking at the area where Koji was killed. He was in at the area where Jason was killed, kind of walking around. And as he was like walking around the back, he found the dog that Koji was telling him about that he was feeding. But he also noticed is he will look out the window like a lookout spot or whatever. So he like, I know people probably seen him coming back here feeding his dog. And he like, so it's something about Koji's story that was really true. He was really just innocent, and he didn't do it because he kept saying like, I was only over there feeding the dog, and here go the dog. So from there, we then see, because he like goes to visit Brandon, asking Brandon like, what was your brother doing over there? Like, why would he even be over in that area? And Brandon like, man, look, I don't know what you even doing here. And he like, I was looking into things. Your brother mentioned that I should get some Timberlands. And so I went and bought them Timberlands. So we see that he do got chills on his feet. He like, is that what you over here for? He like, nah, this, it's just, I don't know. If I have something else, I'll come back and talk to you. So then he walk away. And we see the other cop who was investigating Jason's murders there too. He like, man, why are you even over here? I told you our cases ain't connected. He like, look, I'm just trying to, to make sure we ain't crossing paths or whatever. He like, but I told you, Koji didn't kill Jason. He like, look, man, it don't even matter. He like, we know how it go. They kill each other. We just write the reports. I'm like, you piece of shit. I don't like that cop, at all. So from there, what? Brandon and Jerica, having a moment. I think Jerica, for one, I think she sees Brandon is struggling, and she feel like he gonna do something stupid. And so when she come home and she see he's sitting there and he's again looking at his brother's pictures, she take it as him plotting to do something dumb. And she like, look, I need you to promise me that you're not gonna do something stupid. And he like, what? And she like, cause you over here looking at the pictures, I just need you to say that you won't do nothing dumb, nothing street, nothing hood, nothing stupid. This meaning I don't want you to go killing nobody or thinking of hurting someone in retaliation. And he like, look, I'm sitting here looking at his pictures because I miss him, and I just keep, that's really all that is. I just miss my brother, and I'm always thinking about him, and I can't stop thinking about him. And I feel like she was right in saying don't do nothing dumb because he's thinking about it a little bit, but not really. But also let that man grieve his brother. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, it just takes time for them to come to a realization of this new normal where this person is no longer in their lives. It's really hard. So we see Q, who is the dude who gave Emmett $100, go see an alderman. And then he gives the alderman like a seashell. So like this is a special seashell. Then it has a harpoon on it. And if you're pricked with a harpoon, you would die before the time it takes to smoke a cigarette. I'm like, so basically you just threaten that man. He like, y'all want to know about that kid Jason was killed? You're like, oh, okay, yeah, got thanks for the contribution to my campaign. So I'm like, okay. So Q didn't pay some money for this man to become alderman, and now he in his pocket. He like, this kid was killed. I want to know what happened. And so let people know that I want to know what happened. And the alderman like, all right, I'm going to let everybody know. And when any news come in, I'm going to let you know. He's the bad guy. In some way or form, he's a bad guy. We then see Ronnie sees Kevin. He's like, hey, I'm going to talk to you real quick. Kevin starts running, and he's running, while Ronnie is chasing him, saying, I just want to talk. Bruh, no you don't. You killed someone, and I saw you kill someone. You trying to kill me, bruh. So Kevin running, he does get away, but then he get away, but Baby Diaz catches him, Baby D like, hey, Kevin keep running, thinking she trying to be up for some bullshit. She catch him, hold him down on the ground, saying, I'm sorry how I talked to you earlier. She's not using her nice voice. And she's like, I'm sorry how I talked to you earlier. I got my hair done. The lady said my hair is like silk. Do you like it? I like your hair. You have nice eyes. She then leans down and licks his face. She basically sexually assaulted that little boy. That little boy getting molested in the goddamn playground by another girl. I'm like, Jesus. And she's like, don't tell anyone about this because I'll get in trouble. Maybe next time we can do a little bit more. That little fast-ass girl. I'm like, gee, man, look. I was just outdone because it was so... it was just so funny. So we then see, Kevin at home. He knock on the door. And of course, he's scared, thinking it's Ronnie. He pick up a baseball bat. It's just Brandon. So Brandon like, I just came to check on you. And Kevin like, dude, I told you to kill your brother, thinking that you was gonna take care of it, that you would kill him. You ain't killed him yet. Is you gonna kill that nigga or not? I'm like, Kevin, don't your mama don't hear this conversation? Like, why is she not listening to it? It was weird. So, Brandon like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Don't worry about it. I got you. And I'm like, Brandon, I don't need you killing anybody. Be like, I'll handle it. So from there, we do see Ronnie go sell the gun to a dude. And it was weird because the girl answered the door. It was a high white woman who then said, "Do you want to see a spider?" She then bent over because she had a spider tattooed on her ass. It was a weird scene. The guy who bought the gun was like, "I can read your energy." You know what I'm saying? Let me see the gun. How much you want for it? When Ronnie said 300, like, "Nah, I get 250." He then gives him 200 and say, "I know I said 250, but you know what I'm saying? We're going to act like I didn't. Take this 200. You can go sleep with old girl." And he was like, "Nah, I'm straight." I would have said, "No, give me my 250, okay? Give me my money, bro." But he takes the 200 and he leaves. So from there, we see Emmett goes home with his son because his son's finally asleep. He lays on the couch with his mom and says, how tired he is, but how he's trying to be better. And she's like, "Yeah, because it's not only about you right now." And I'm like, but don't he have two other kids? Like in episode 1, he told the girl, "My only concerns is," he said 2 kids' names. He said the third baby wasn't his. So I'm like, where's the other kids at? I'm just wondering, but it is what it is. But his mom do say that he's trying. He was out all night walking his son around because when kids don't want to go to sleep and they crying and crying and crying. So he did the whole, usually you drive around the corner over and over and over until they get to sleep. He had to walk backwards and forwards in the stroller for his son to go to sleep. So that kind of was cool. We see Brandon go to his mom's house. He sees her sleep in Coach's room, surrounded by his stuff. He's seeing his brother's sketch pad and it's like kind of flipping through the pages, which just made him more sad. You know what I'm saying? He then goes out back and he called Luis. He like, "Luis, man, remember what we talking about? Yeah, we need to get that gun." I'm like, I just need to make sure that he don't get a gun from that dude who Ronnie just sold the gun from, and he get the same gun that killed his brother, and he kills somebody else. That's what I need to not happen, because that'd be crazy. So the last thing that we see is Detective Cruz pulls up on Ronnie. So Ronnie going to old girl's house with the groceries. He didn't sell the gun. He got some groceries. So Cruz like, "What do you know about that death on whatever street talking about Cody's death?" He like, "Man, I don't know nothing about that. Man, I don't know about that." He like, whatever. He like, "I told you one day that we had a kid in custody for your son's murder, and the next day that same kid is killed. That's crazy, huh?" He like, so, Ronnie not saying nothing. He like, "Well, you know what? I just want you to know, Koji, that kid who was killed, he didn't kill your son." And then he gets in his car and he pulls off. And Ronnie looks shocked as shit. Like he can't even focus. He drops the groceries and he was going this way. He dropped the groceries and he went that way, walking in the day, because he realizes he killed an innocent kid. So the same way that your child was an innocent kid killed, you are now the murderer who you were looking for, because you killed someone's son who was innocent. And the episode goes off. Again, I love this show. I cannot wait until the next episode. I hope you guys liked it. It is 2 a.m., so I'm going to bed. But I am Jay Lee. This is JD's Corner. Peace.